Good day, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we have with us Nomair. Naeem came to Canada in 2000 to pursue his bachelor's and then went on to do his PhD, working as a researcher at University of Waterloo. So without me having to talk about him, we'll give him the opportunity to for Nomair to go ahead. So Nomair, if you can get started by telling us a little bit about yourself first.
Thanks, Sat. So yeah, as you said, I came to Canada in 2000. I never applied. I was still in undergrad at GIK doing computer engineering. My parents had applied like 4 years earlier, and they told me immigration's done. We gotta move. You should apply for a transfer. So I applied to U of T and McGill. I got into both. We chose McGill because it was cheaper, and so I did my computer science in from McGill, bachelor's, and then I went to do a master's because the job market in 2002 wasn't really good, the dot-com bust. And so I finished my master's, and at that point, I had already decided that I wanted to do a PhD. So I chose to apply to the University of Waterloo Computer Science because I had heard good things of it. And that's where I came for my PhD. Now, my research area is compilers, compiler optimizations, program verification. And the idea was I would finish my PhD at Waterloo and then go back and teach at McGill because I loved Montreal. I liked McGill. So that was the plan. But as you know, things don't go as planned. So during my PhD, the first thing that happened, or right at the start of my PhD, I got married. I mean, that's a good thing. And while I was doing my PhD, my wife worked really hard to establish her career in Canada. She had moved from London, England. She got her CPA, and she was also doing her CFA. But a few years in, she got a job at OpenText. Uh, she still works at OpenText as a director in internal audit. And the other thing during my PhD that I realized was that the CS department at the University of Waterloo, in my opinion, was better than the CS department at McGill. And additionally, Waterloo is a small town, but we both decided we wanted to stay here. So I applied to a job opening at the University of Waterloo. Alhamdulillah, got it. One interesting fact is that this is the only job I have ever applied for in my life. Alhamdulillah, I got tenure now, so inshallah, this will be the only job I ever have in my life. Other than that, I guess I was talking about my profession. Personally speaking, I have, so my wife is Mariam. I have two sons, Mikhail, who's 9, and Daniel, who's 4. Yeah, so that's me.
So that's an amazing thing to secure a tenured position in Canada at a university. So I assume that is your main driver for not going into the industry, or are there other drivers as to why you opted for a university career rather than industry?
Interesting question. So I come from a family of teachers. Both my parents are PhDs. My dad is a PhD in psychology. He was the director of National Institute of Psychology in Qaeda University, Islamabad. He retired as such. My mom was a lecturer in Allama Iqbal Open University. My sister is a PhD in neuroscience. My other sister teaches part-time in a university in Dubai. I don't know. I suppose our family likes to teach. I've been told many times that, go into the industry. Some of my students make more money starting salary than what I make now. I enjoy the teaching. There's a certain excitement, thrill you get to perform, let's say, in front of a class. I enjoy it, and that's the main reason. Plus
I
the
guess
flexibility.
I guess, yeah, we all have our drivers in life. So whatever drives us, that's the primary thing. One closing question for you, Nomair, is that there's a lot of people who move here to Canada and the aspiration because they've done teaching, they've got a PhD from outside of Canada, or they've got a master's and they want to teach here in Canada. What would your recommendation be to them as to how to pursue their teaching career here in Canada?
Right, and I've been asked this question myself many times. I think past teaching experience counts for a lot, but specifically past teaching experience in Canada, which people who are immigrating might not have. A lot of universities and colleges have these term positions, or we call them at UW sessional positions. They're open, and most of the time it's because the university or college is desperate. You should apply because that's how you get your foot in the door. Once you get your foot in the door, don't just go and teach and be done with it. Talk to people, network. That's how you network, and take it from there. The other thing that is a possibility is if you've got a master's, try another master's. PhD is a long undertaking. Not everybody needs to spend 5 years. But if you're going to teach at the university level, any top tier university will want that PhD, even for a lecturer position. It's becoming almost impossible to get a position at a university with a master's. Colleges, which are booming these days because of the new immigration policies, they are hiring masters a lot. So that door is still open, and it's probably going to increase.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nomair, for taking the time out today. I think in a short time, we've kind of covered some very important aspects, and shortly we will do some deeper dive questions with you in the future. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Ad.